Phoenix shot the ball extremely well tonight. I thought we had some moments when our defense broke down a little bit. But at the end of the day, when you're able to out-rebound this team and when you're able to get more points in the paint, more second-chance points, but you don't shoot well like we did. I mean, it's going to be hard for us to win when Douglas is 2 for 14, January's 1 for 9. I just thought there were times there where we missed shots that we needed to hit to keep up with the offensive firepower that Phoenix has. If you can keep them around 90, between 85 and 90, that's what we've been doing to beat them. So I was just disappointed that we didn't knock down some of our open shots. The layups around the basket, the outside shots, we were 2 for 18 from the 3, and I think at the end of the day, we just didn't score enough points.
Okay, if you have a question for Coach, please raise your hand. We'll come to you with the microphone. We'll start here, please.
Yes, Coach. Dave Reinhardt, WCBK Radio. Early in the fourth quarter, Tamika with a steal, takes it down, lays it down, gets to within 4. Is there moments in a ball game where you as a coach say, boy, things aren't going our way, but, hey, maybe this might be our lift?
Absolutely. I thought every time, we kind of got down, we'd make another run. And then it seemed like when we'd miss a layup, or miss a shot around the basket, we let it kind of deflate us a little bit. And then, of course, they'd come right back down and maybe get an offensive rebound after we'd, played pretty hard and turn it into a basket. So I just think we let the fact that we weren't shooting well as we could from the three-point line. I think the other night we hit 10 threes. Tonight we hit 2. What I said to the players is if everyone that played hits one more shot, just one, which could have easily happened when you look at the shots that everybody had, there's 20 points. And we're short 13. So we've got to do a better job of putting the ball in the hole.
Go in the middle to Lee.
Thanks, Coach. Lee Michelson, Court Press. I know that over the last couple of days you've said repeatedly that boxing out, rebounding, preventing those second-chance points is a priority for you in this game. That really seemed to fall apart, particularly in the fourth quarter. Can you talk about that? How were they keeping you off the boards?
Well, I just think what we did is, in my opinion, that we let our shots that we missed, our open shots, our good looks, we let that bother us so that our focus down on the other end was not as it should be. You know what I'm saying? We let it carry over to the other end. But, they only got 4 offensive rebounds, but it seemed like they got some key ones at key times, or they rotated the basketball and hit a big 3, with 2 seconds on the clock. And you got to give them credit. They stepped up and hit shots when they needed to. And we didn't step up and hit shots when we needed to.
Lynn, did you sense that some of your players, particularly Katie, were getting a little bit tentative? Seemed like you had stretches there in the fourth quarter where nobody really seemed to want to step up and take that shot.
Well, I think once Katie and Bree both had missed as many shots as they'd missed, they got a little gun shy. You know what I'm saying? But, of course, we wanted them to keep shooting. And we wanted Tammy to keep shooting inside, But some players tend to say, oh, well, maybe I'll make an extra pass now since I've missed 4 or 5 in a row. I thought Katie got some great looks. I mean, looks that she's been knocking down from the three-point line to the rim. So, maybe there towards the end she passed up some shots because she had missed them. But, we just got to keep shooting. Take the open shot.
Coach, you have one at Phoenix. I know you wanted to close it out here at home, but do you have to stress that to your team that, hey, we have one there and can win there?
Well, I think what I have to stress is the team, we're going to have to do it the hard way. They had to do it the hard way. Tonight, they had to win. They had to do it the hard way. Now, we've got to go out there and do it the hard way, too. Everybody needs to understand the only situation we've got here is that we're tied. We're tied. So we've got to go out there, knock down a few more shots, get a couple more defensive stops, and let's see what happens. And we've already proven that we can score well out there, so we'll see.
The last couple of games, Coach Gaines has been saying it wasn't anything particular you were doing to him on defense. Shots just weren't falling. Is that your take on what was happening tonight, or were they doing something defensively to you that was keeping the shots
Well,
I
mean, they scored 90 points. I think we had some fouls, some intentional fouls down there. So they're anywhere between 85 and 90 points. That's ideal for us to keep them there. That's under what they average. But at the end of the day, what we need to do is score 93. while they score 90. 77 points against them's not going to do it. So, we've got now, like he says, I don't think there's anything we need to do. I think we just need to hit those layups. We need to hit those threes. Instead of being 2 for 18, we need to be 6 for 18. Okay, there's 4 more threes. There's 12 or 13 more points.
So it wasn't a defensive adjustment that he made?
Well, I'll have to look at the tape, but I know there's some wide open shots that we missed. And I know Tammy missed some layups with Dinah Taurasi on her around the rim. I know Katie missed some layups going in there. I didn't think she got fouled. So, it's just got to finish those shots. I give them credit. They played hard, but I thought we missed some open shots. Katie Douglas you've seen her shoot. She doesn't usually shoot, 2 for 14. So I thought Catchings did a great job. She was aggressive. She was, scoring well. But I think we've got to have, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in double figures. We had 3. That's the difference in the ball game.
Go ahead in the back.
When Catchings went down with 4 fouls, do you think the team kind of lost its way a little bit? They didn't seem
When what now?
I said when Catchings went down with 4 fouls, do you think the team sort of lost its way a little bit?
Are you saying Catchings?
Catchings, Tamika Catchings.
Well, 4 fouls doesn't mean anything. You get 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that was a factor.
Okay, they just didn't seem to. They didn't seem to.
I think the only
gel
thing
as
that
well as they did
affected
in the
our
first
players
half.
tonight were some defensive breakdowns and missing open shots. It's really when you're playing somebody that's so offensively oriented and so good at scoring as they are, you have to keep up with them. You have to score. If we can hold them to 90, we've got to score 95. We've got to score 94. We've got to hit, like I said, we can't be 2 for 18 from the three-point line. We've got to knock down some shots.
And what do you think were behind kind of those offensive problems?
I have no idea. Some nights you hit shots, some nights you don't. Taurasi's, they've been talking about how she's been struggling for them feeling, over the 3 games. Sometimes you hit the shot, sometimes you don't. Just that's the way the game is. If you hit every shot, there's no telling what the score would be.
Any last questions for Coach? Nobody? Okay, thanks a lot, Coach.
Got to do it the hard way, but I want to thank all the fans that came out tonight. Super crowd. Couldn't thank them enough for all their support. Thank you, guys.